Something ain't right, and we all know it. Are we just going to give up on the greatest country in the history of the world?
Hell nah.
Or are we going to fight for freedom and a thriving future?
Fuck yeah.
They always tell us that we're at a once-in-a-lifetime pivotal moment.
It's true.
But this time, they're actually right. You know it,
Shit.
I know it, you know that I know it, I know that you know it, and they know we all know it. So what are we going to do about it? Well, I've got a few ideas. First off, be an individualist.
Okay. So in order to fix a country of 300 million people, we need to be... We need to do it on our own. That doesn't make sense. That if you want to fix one country, that feels like it's an easier thing to do, because then you can just make policies, as opposed to fixing 300 million people. That's... I don't like... I that seems like you're duplicating the work a lot on that one. So let's not do that.
The American Heritage Dictionary defines an individualist as...
What the fuck is the American Heritage Dictionary? The American Heritage Dictionary. This is a dictionary I've never heard about before. Okay. American Dictionary of English, published by Boston publisher Houghton Mifflin. First edition appeared in 1969? Okay. Its creation was spurred by the controversy over the perceived permissiveness of Webster's Third New International Dictionary. Okay. Wait, what was the controversy over the third dictionary? Permissiveness. In the early 1960s, Webster's Third came under attack for its permissiveness and its failure to tell people what proper English was. It was the opening shot in the culture wars, as conservatives detected yet another symbol of permissiveness of society as a whole, and the decline of authority as represented by the second edition. What? As historian Herbert Morton explained, Webster's Second was more than respected. It was accepted as the ultimate authority on meaning and usage, and its preeminence was virtually unchallenged in the United States. It did not provoke controversies, it settled them. Critics charged that Webster's Third Dictionary was reluctant to defend standard English, for example, entirely eliminating the labels colloquial, correct, incorrect, proper, improper, erroneous, humorous, jocular, poetic, and contemptuous, among others. Wait, like got rid of the words? Or what does it mean got rid of the labels? Gove's stance was an exemplar of descriptive linguistics, describing language as it has been seen or used, as David M. Glickson put it in the Saturday Review. Having descended from God's throne of supreme authority, the Merriam folks were now seated on the city desk, recording like mad. Jacques Barzun said this stance made Webster's Third the longest political pamphlet ever put together by a party, done with a dogma that far transcends the limits of lexicography. In 1962, two English professors, James Sled and Wilma R. Ebbett, published a casebook that compiles more than 60 lay and expert contributions to this controversy. In it, Sled was drawn to the debate with Dwight MacDonald, one of the most prominent critics of the dictionary, and who, in the pages of The New Yorker, had accused its makers of having untuned the string, made a sop of the solid structure of English. MacDonald said that the dictionary was an important indicator of the changes in our cultural climate. Oh my god. All of this was driven by the fucking use of the word ain't. The Globe and Mail of Toronto editorialized, "A dictionary's embrace of the word ain't will comfort the ignorant, confer approval upon the mediocre, and subtly imply that proper English is the tool only of the snob." Oh my god. These fucking... Yo, conservatives have always been fucking jokes, dude. Like, all conservatives at all times. Fucking jokes. But think of the children. What if they open the dictionary and see the word ain't? They'll they'll start saying ain't. We won't be able to say ain't in the word, and it ain't in the dictionary anymore. Like, holy shit. Yeah, we finally found the Chud dictionary that I'd never heard of before. Criticism of the dictionary spurred the creation of the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language, where 500 usage notes were determined by a panel of expert writers. The editor, however, often ignored their advice. Wait, what? Wait. What? Oh my god. That's one of the funniest things I've ever read on a Wikipedia. Oh, fuck. James Parton, grandson of the English-born American biographer James Parton, and founder, publisher, and co-owner of the magazines American Heritage and Horizon, was appalled by the permissiveness of Webster's Third, published in 1961. Parton tried to buy the G&C Merriam Company so that he could undo the changes. Holy shit. Holy shit. When that failed, he contracted with Houghton to publish a new dictionary. Imagine being so fucking butthurt that you go out of your way to try and buy a dictionary company. And then when you fail at doing that, you're like, well, I'm just gonna make my own dictionary. Jesus. Yeah, but leftists are the real snowflakes. The AHD was edited by William Morris and relied on a usage panel of 105 writers, speakers, and eminent persons chosen for their well-known conservatism in the use of language. However, Morris made inconsistent use of the panels, often ignoring their advice and inserting his own opinions. Oh, God. Amazing. Hey, Lady Raincloud. Fuck. Former members of the usage panel include novelists like Isaac Asimov, Barbara Kingsolver, David Foster Wallace, and Eudora Welty. Poets Rita Dove, Galway Kinnell, Mary Oliver, Robert Pinsky. Columnists and commentators. Of course they got William F. Buckley Jr., that racist asshole. Fuck, dude. Got Steven Pinker. Oh, it had groundbreaking etymology, which is pretty cool. Etymology is always interesting.
One that asserts individuality by independence of thought and action. If that sounds self-centered, it is. But why is that bad? Everything in your life starts with you, your attitude, how you project yourself to the world, whether you take responsibility for your own actions. The founders of America sought to create a government whose primary purpose was to protect the freedom of the individual. After that, as far as George, Ben, and Tom were concerned, you were on your own. Nobody saw this more clearly than the 19th century French writer Alexis de Tocqueville. He came to America to see what all the commotion was about and was absolutely blown away. This new American democracy, what he called the equality of conditions, was not merely a new way to govern, he realized, but a new way to live. For de Tocqueville, American individualism was not about being self-centered, but about being self-reliant. Government can't guarantee your happiness, but it should guarantee your right to pursue it. This is the only way to make progress on a national level and still be authentically inclusive. Because where true freedom exists, there will be individualism. And where individualism exists, there will be true freedom. But being an individualist is just the start. You must also be a family. There are lots of ways to measure the strength of a society.
Dave Rubin, I can't imagine a more poorly aged video from you. I can't imagine a more poorly aged video. He put this out like a couple days before the Roe v. Wade stuff leaked. Dave, you know the number one thing conservatives are gonna do after Roe v. Wade, right? It's gonna be to overturn gay marriage. Dave, you sold yourself out. Your marriage is going to be, like, annulled because of your political affiliations. And you're still out here putting out videos about, well, the strength of the society is in the family. You're not gonna have a fucking family, Dave. Not in the eyes of America, you're not.
But family has to be at the top of the list. This hit me very deeply one night during Jordan Peterson's worldwide lecture tour in 2019, which I hosted. Jordan and I were leaving the theater after our show in Dublin, Ireland. Two men ran towards us. Wiping tears from their eyes, they told us their story. They were a father and son. Several years before, they had a huge falling out. On their own personal timelines, they had both bought Jordan's book, 12 Rules for Life, and began fixing up their lives. Separately, they had attended the show. As thousands of people exited the theater, they saw each other in the crowd, and right then and there, after so much time and so much heartache, they embraced and made amends. The family bond was restored. So how important is family? According to a 2019 American Enterprise Institute survey, which asked participants to rank attributes of the American dream, a good family life ranked number 2, right behind freedom of choice.
Damn, I wonder if the American Enterprise Institute survey had some pre-selected options to choose from that you then ranked. Because I don't think most people would just independently write a good family life.
No surprise. It's within the nurturing bonds of family we learn to deal with the world. Once you have your head screwed on straight and you've made things right with your family, then you're ready to move on to the next level of real social improvement. Be a community. There are all kinds of communities. It's your church or your synagogue. It's your neighbors. It's the girls you meet for brunch or the guys you play basketball with. It's the group of people that know you and care about you, and you care about them.
Oh, Dave, you mean the people at TYT you used to play basketball with, and then you fucking sold them all out for a bigger paycheck? And then just sold everything else you care about for an ongoing paycheck?
Next to breathing and maybe a couple other things, I don't know what's more essential than that.
His soul?
When George Bailey's brother toasts George at the end of the classic movie It's a Wonderful Life to the richest man in town,
it's a movie.
We know exactly what he's talking about. George's community. Are you catching the theme here?
Dave! Dave! Did you watch It's a Wonderful Life, Dave? The party you shill for is Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life, Dave. It's pretty explicitly about conservative businessmen being evil, Dave. What saved George Bailey at
Garbage.
the end of It's a Wonderful
Pure,
Life?
Undiluted garbage,
It was
meaningless
his
drivel,
social circle,
nonsense.
Dave.
That's all they were. Junk. And when I thought, this is what these kids in this preschool are seeing.
Dave, might there be a system that movie could very easily be read as supporting some kind of social system wherein we all support each other and aren't coercing each other, Dave? Maybe we would call it socialism, Dave. Kind of system that doesn't rely on coercing and taking advantage of your fellow man, your fellow human beings who, you know, love and respect one another, as opposed to treating them like interchangeable cogs. Fucking Dave.
When individuals are healthier, the family is healthier, and in turn, so is society. It's obvious. We know it. Which is why those on the left oppose all of it, every piece. They despise the free-thinking individual, they denigrate the family, and they have no true understanding of community. For the left, your identity group, your skin color, your sexual preference, determines who you are and how you think.
I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. The reason leftists criticize, like, black people for voting for when they vote for Republicans, right? The reason people on the left do that is because Republicans explicitly oppose black people being empowered and having agency and, like, bettering the circumstances of other black people. The reason leftists criticize queer people who vote Republican is because Republicans directly oppose the rights and freedoms of queer people. It's because their political support and prescriptions hurt other people in those groups, Dave. And so we have that going on. We have that element of it going on. But also, it's okay to have disagreements. It's just when you are making the prescriptions of how society should work, and your prescription is all of my friends and family shouldn't have healthcare if they can't afford it. Yeah, people aren't gonna fucking like you.
This identity at your peril. If you're black and you're conservative, well, as one elderly gentleman put it, you ain't black. Before they scrubbed it from their website, Black Lives Matter bragged that they were all about deconstructing the nuclear family. You know, mom, dad, and the kids. As for community, it's too independent and too traditional.
Do you want to elaborate on why they would say that, Dave? Or is it just like they're evil and they don't want families to exist?
The left demands that you be part of the collective, a hive mind where everyone thinks the same. Anyone outside the hive mind must be shouted down, harassed, or canceled.
Hey, Dave, should people be antagonistic towards parents who beat their kids? Because I think so. I think that's okay. I think if a parent is beating their kid, they deserve antagonistic treatment by their community. And in fact, antagonistic treatment by their community would be a good thing in that case. It's the same when people are like, well, I don't think a gay marriage is as good as a straight marriage, and, you know, the gay marriage shouldn't have the same rights. Fuck that guy. And we should be able to say, fuck that guy. DB Wolf, thank you for the 100 biddies. Also, chat, we have a hype train with a minute and a half left on it. I'd really appreciate it if we kept this hype train rolling. Jesus.
Is that the world you want to be part of? How about this instead? Be an individualist. Be a member.
Being an individual means no one else can disagree with you, I guess.
Of a family. Be part of a community. You know what that sounds like to me? America.
Communist? Oh, wait. You know what being in a community that works together and, you know, doesn't coerce people into doing labor? It's a new system I just made up. One that centers the community. It's called communism.
Be part of a community. You know what that sounds like to me? America. I'm Dave Rubin, author of Don't Burn This Country for Prager University. Thank you for watching this video. To keep PragerU videos free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation.
Okay, well now I need to look up Dave Rubin walks off.
Oh, what's going on here?
But
Excuse me, Dave, are you ready, sir?
yeah, I have to go.
Yes, you do.
Who is that?
I guess I gotta go.
Who is that? Not is that Fat Sav?
I don't know what you people are doing here.
But I need Dave Rubin.
Yeah, I gotta go. Thank you for having me.
Dave,
And by the way, well, I guess I have to thank you.
what time is it? 10 minutes in the so you come in here and use my show as a lounge. Mid-show, you leave.
Honestly, I came just to get my balls shaved by one of your producers, and thank you for that. It's been nice seeing you. Good luck.
Oh, thanks for literally nothing.
This is incredible what
Go.
you're doing here. It's really-
Yeah, it's so incredible. I feel the love. Yeah, I really feel. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
I don't know, but that was.
Who was that guy?
I don't know. I feel awkward. I feel like.
Is this supposed to be a bit? I think this is supposed to be a bit. I think they're trying to make a joke. Like, we don't know who Dave Rubin is. I don't think they're actually mad at each other. This is just weird as fuck.
I feel a little bit like, like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation, just like there's been some abuse and I don't know who's at fault. Johnny Depp's innocent, but I do want to say that I feel a little bit violated. I want you to violate your microphone. Bring that in closer to you. Go ahead. Just make love to it. Sweet love. Go ahead and bring it in. I did get banned from TikTok, and the problem with that is that I don't know if you've noticed that when you get banned, they haven't even gotten their grammar right, but they do know their rules. And the problem with TikTok is that as we're going to talk about this.
Yeah, I just think it's staged. That was just weird as fuck and not funny. And Dave Rubin isn't a big enough, like, it's not, I don't know, it's not like Paul Rudd showed up to your set and like sat down for like 10 minutes and then just like shockingly left. Yeah, also he's like all these people are creepy as fuck. Yeah, we all better be careful. Right wingers are getting better at comedy, folks.